Pacific meets the Atlantic as the California Quakes take on the Florida Sundogs. Both teams are still suffering aftershocks from the recently revealed relationship between Sean Atkinson and Denise Loden.
The rumors are true. I can't understand what she could ever seen Sean.
Will a strong interconference rivalry become a personal crusade of loyalty? Which team's psyche will crumble first?
I know what Sean's doing with Denise, and I don't like it.
It's all coming up next as the California Quakes take on the Florida Sundogs tonight on Roller Jam.
Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. This is the World Skating League. Tonight, two of the premier teams in the WSL as the California Quakes battle the Florida Sundogs. Welcome, everyone, to Roller Jam Arena. I'm Ken Resnick, along with Lee Rehrman and skating legend Buddy Atkinson Jr. And certainly, anytime it's the Sundogs and the Quakes, anything can happen, but all kinds of sidebars to this one, Hawk. Not the least of which is the Florida Sundogs skating shorthanded, Posse and Suzanne Chalene out of action.
Well, usually we talk about these guys being the gregarious versus the monotonous. Of course, the California Quakes always like it to show off, and the Florida Sundogs getting things done methodically. But here in the World Skating League in this matchup today, we've got all kinds of things going on. You're absolutely right. The Chalenes are out. So watch for Sam Martin for the Florida Sundog men to pick up Posse Chalene's slack, and then look for Debbie Rice to come back when they need her at full strength coming back from that injury. She's really going to be pressed into action today, Ken, to get it done for the Florida Sundog women.
And Buddy Atkinson Jr., the California Quakes and Florida Sundogs have met many times. Considering the contrasting styles, does so many repetitive games favor one team or the other?
You know what? I don't believe so. These two different team personas, makes for an interesting matchup every time they come. There's no way to know who's going to win and who's going to lose.
And if that isn't interesting enough, Hawk, this budding romance between Sean Atkinson of the Quakes and Denise Loden. Interestingly, the Sundogs still pretty much behind Denise Loden, but as you would think from the Quakes, they had like nothing to do with it.
Well, I'm going to want to know a little bit more what Pop Atkinson has to think about Sean Atkinson going out with Denise Loden, but you're absolutely right. The Quakes seem to be not liking this relationship, and it's spilling over into their play in terms of Rusty Montgomery not liking it, and the Sundogs really seem to be responding positively, or at least ignoring it, with Denise Loden of the Florida Sundogs.
And certainly Florida staying in that team concept behind Denise Loden, their quarterback and captain of the women. Now, as you hear the music, it's time for the California Quakes to take the shot. Other the World Skating League with more sidebars and undercurrents than the Quakes and the Sundogs.
Well, these guys don't like each other. They have a lot to say about each other on a normal day.
And here come the Florida Sundogs. By Denise Loden, and one can only speculate where her focus will be. Will it be on her teammates or her newfound love in Sean Atkinson? As we look at Captain America Bill Barker, to make matters worse for the Sundogs, they are skating without the services of Posse and Suzanne Chalene. A kiss from Denise and Sean, unbelievable. Denise Loden is in the starting lineup for the Florida Sundogs, along with Debbie Rice, Lindsey Francis, Kathy Evangelo, and Andrea Franklin. For the California Quakes, it's Stacy Blitch, who is very unhappy right now, along with Amy Craig, Cindy Zimmerman, Faith Urban, and the Brookhouse Brooke Sunderman. There's the starting line. Amy Craig, the speedster, on the inside as we break away. And there are so many things to talk about, but right out at the top, her familiar position is Debbie Rice, and it's Cindy Zimmerman now coming out. It is Bryson Zimmerman. Rice with the elbow, slow Zimmerman. Zimmerman comes down, takes the inside. Does a good job of keeping her balance. These two jammers are no strangers to one another, and coming up behind, it's Amy Craig and Lindsey Francis, and down goes Sydney Zimmerman, catching the big elbow from Debbie Rice as they come around.
And look for these Sundogs, Ken. These guys got to step up. Some individuals who don't usually shine have to, and the team as a whole has to pick up a notch or two for everyone if they're going to make up the lack of personnel.
Debbie Rice calling up Amy Craig. Denise Loden doing a good job of blocking out Craig, and Stacy Blitch does a return favor to Debbie Rice. So far now, both jammers are able to get by 1 point apiece as they come around. Remember, once you pass a blocker, the points stay on the board. It's 1 apiece, and Denise Loden just levels Stacy Blitch into the rail, and it all shakes out men's to men's. 1 point for Debbie Rice in your scoring, and 1 for Amy Craig.
And of course, I just talked about watching for the Sundogs to have to pick it up a little bit. These Quakes, they may be caught sleeping a little bit. They think without the Shaleens in the lineup, they're going to have the easy go of it. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. And you saw Stacy Blitch got caught sleeping by Denise Loden with a late shot there in that jam, Ken.
And certainly Denise Loden had to enjoy that hammer away at Stacy Blitch. Blitch very, very unhappy more than anybody else on the Quakes over this romance between her captain, Sean Atkinson, and Denise Loden. Kathy Evangelos sails into the rail, courtesy of Brooke Sunderman. Now Andrea Franklin tries to go high, and Sunderman sends her into the railing. A great job of blocking out so far by Brooke Sunderman. Now the whip from Stacy Blitch frees Jamie Conomack as they come around, and also being followed up by Heather Sunderman as the Quakes have both their jammers out. Franklin and Francis got all tangled up. The Sundogs in some trouble right now as the Quakes have the only 2 jammers out.
And Brooke Sunderman is what caused this, Ken. She was able to bottle up a lot of the Sundog women, allowed her 2 jammers to break out with the only opportunity to score.
And now in this 1-1 tie, it's a golden goose for the California Quakes. If they can just pick up the pace just a little bit, both jammers out. Now they pass 1, they go by, and now a whole host, they pass 2 more each. And now finally Jamie Conomack cuts off the jam, but not before the California Quakes pick up 5 points.